been a big 5 days or 4 days of selling here at Inglis Riverside, and we've had the Broodmare sale conclude today. Sebastian Hutch, it's been a big 24 hours at Riverside. We had the chairman's sale last night, and looking at the figures, we've traded just shy of $60 million for the week.
Yeah, it's been really enjoyable. I mean, do a lot of work to prepare for sales like this. I mean, you factor in the HCBA sale the week before, you're selling a huge number of yearlings, weanlings and broodmares in the space of 2 weeks. You meet a lot of people, deal with a lot of buyers over a short space of time, and to be where we are today, having turned over what we've turned over and being able to sell the number of horses we have, I think the majority of people are very pleased, and we move onwards and upwards.
We'll have a look now at some of the top lots from today's action at the Broodmare sale. It was nice to see Debbie Capitas offered a few mares through the Coolmore draft, and there was a number of mares infolded Justify, Wootton Bassett, Zoo Star, you can see on the screen here. And it was really good trade today.
Yeah, it was fantastic trading opportunities for people who are in a position to pick up some nice pregnancies, some really interesting mares, either with scope for upside in terms of pedigree, or young mares on good covers, or mares infolded progressive young stallions. I think most people found something that was of interest to them through the catalogue. And there was a good healthy day's trade right the way through. You know, if you were in the market to buy, there was plenty there to buy, and you know, the main vendors were good to meet the market.
One of the top lots, as you can see there, was Starla today, $240,000 purchased by Ollie Tate from Twin Hills Stud, and we caught up with him after he purchased her.
Yeah, she's in foal Wootton Bassett. Obviously, he's a very exciting stallion. It'll be interesting to see how his first foals run when they hit the track later on this year. But they were well received at the sales, so hopefully that's in her favour. But I suppose more importantly, she's a very, very good race mare herself. And she's nicely bred, so she's one for the long term, and hopefully we'll do well out of her. We bought Debbie Capitas, so obviously Debbie keeps her mares at Coolmore, and we've bought a couple of mares off from Debbie over the years, and we've had a bit of luck, so hopefully we can be lucky again.
You seen the Home Affairs filly that she's had on the ground?
No, but interestingly we're selling it on behalf of Debbie at the Great Southern Sale, so that's a coincidence, but it's coming out. I think it's heading to Twin Hills next week.
Is that a yearling we'll see through a yearling sale in the future here?
Hopefully at the Easter sale, but time will tell.
Hopefully the Easter sale for whatever the Wootton Bassett is, a colt or a filly, just mark that one down, Sebastian.
Ollie's very methodical in terms of how he works his way through the catalogues. He's had luck buying off the Ingham family and Debbie specifically in the past. It's a really nice mare, you know, well-performed schnitzel mare, probably black type mare in terms of ability, even though it's not reflected in her pedigree. And I don't think it'd be any great surprise to see that Wootton Bassett turn up at Easter in a couple of years' time.
And a Home Affairs filly from that mare at the Great Southern Sale.
Yeah, so maiden foal out of that mare, looked a good opportunity to place her in a sale, and she's going to be an interesting filly for plenty of people at that sale.
I caught up today with Steve and Tina Bacon. They've been owners with Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott for quite a while, and they've started to make their first foray into the broodmare or breeding industry. Today they bought a mare called Shihonka, which they actually were owners in when she raced. She went to Newgate, and now they bought her back today at the Broodmare sale. I caught up with them after that.
We actually raced her and we bought her as a yearling, named her Shihonka, which is Japanese for capitalist and capitalism, so a bit of an attachment from a racing perspective. But outside of that, with Bruce at Kestrel, was identified, we were looking for a fast, precocious mare in foal, obviously within the Congo, sort of fits that match, and that's where we ended up.
And last night, talk about the night, you both were here in one of the boxes in the client suites, and you had a nerve-wracking night, but a great end result.
Yeah, on behalf of our parents for Autumn Ballet, who are travelling overseas at the moment, we watched on as Autumn Ballet pierced through the $1 million right up to the 1.6, so that was a pretty thrilling result for the team.
Tina, you also purchased a mare last night as well at the chairman's sale, the first broodmare purchase.
Yeah, we did. It was super exciting. I've been following it this week sort of more than I normally would, and it's been super exciting.
That was rocket science in foal to Justify, which is an attractive option at the moment. Obviously we're in Storm Boy as well, so the long-term play towards Storm Boy was.
Well, that's how it all starts. You just get a share in a racehorse, and fast forward a few years, you're starting to buy broodmares, and that's how these guys got involved.
Yeah, it's easy. So
a lot of luck.
They've done really well. I mean, we got to know Steve and Tina in the spring because of Autumn Ballet, and obviously a fantastic race filly who sold really well at Chairman's last night. And then transpired they were involved in Storm Boy, and Steve and Tina's son Liam bid spot at the weanling sale on Monday and Tuesday. So I mean, The only disappointing part of it was that Liam wasn't here to take their final bid on rocket science and the chairman's last night, but maybe that's something we'll be able to arrange for next year. A really talented young guy, and you think Steve and Tina are enthusiastic, but you meet Liam, I mean, he's like super enthusiastic, so he's going to go well, I think.
They obviously love that mare so much. I think they were part of the naming of her, and they just wanted to buy her back now that she'd been offered by Newgate today for 175.
Yeah, she's very fast. Very much what you expect of a capitalist. Loads of speed. She's well mated. Involved in the Congo. He's a very sexy first season stallion. He was obviously a proper racehorse, Easter yearling, and beat Animo in a Golden Rose. So Sons of Schnitzel are a good formula for stud success, and looking forward to seeing his first foals in the spring.
Rodney and Tammy Notman, I have seen them here every day at inspections. They've been here every day this week trying to buy a weanling. They tried to buy at Chairman's. They struck out, but today they did get a broodmare. They purchased, trying to see the name here, Shahonka is not the right one, not on my list. But anyway, we caught up with them after they purchased the mare.
We move to 247. Pearl Congenial, ladies and gentlemen. Info to justify, as you can see. For 160. Northmore heads down to Victoria. Thank you, team.
It's been very difficult for us to be able to buy something that we both loved. So we missed out on so many quality weanlings. We missed out on a couple last night as well because it was so strong. So we just that was the one we wanted, and we got her early. We've actually bought her in partnership with a friend of mine because she's in a couple of horses with us. He'll definitely go to Premier. The fact that she's in foal to justify, and a younger mare, 2-year-olds in the family. We had a justify this year at Premier. He sold well, and I just think it's something pretty rare that someone like us is going to be able to ever have in our hands as a justify. I just think that's just good buying for that, I think.
Yeah, Pearl Congenial was the mare in foal to justify. We did get there a bit late, but they brought their own horse float up, Sebastian, a 3-horse angle float. They had it hooked up down the back here, ready to go to put that mare on. They were so excited to secure her. Yeah,
really pretty mare. Carrying a very valuable pregnancy. Probably perfect shape for Justifies physically, and for anybody who'd ever seen a Northmore thoroughbreds draft at the Premier Sale in Melbourne, that Rodney and Tammy do a fantastic job. The horses always look just absolutely spot on. They had a fantastic result with a pinhook at Premier this year, written by Colt, and all being well, they'll have a beautiful Justify yearling to offer at that sale in a couple of years' time.
Well, we can be forgiven for being a little tired. It's been a big week for us. How was last night? We've done a few more private sales since then.
Yeah, we sold a horse at the Chairman's 10 minutes ago. Look, it's the part of market mechanics. You're looking to try and marry vendors and buyers together. It's been clearances up over 70% for Chairman's. Pleased with that. We'll get clearance for the Australian Broodmare sale up over 70%. I think it's up to 82% for the weanling sale. We're trying our best to try and get as many positive results for people as we can, and we look forward to the Great Southern Sale after a big digital catalogue on Wednesday. Yeah,
we had a digital sale that's just gone live this afternoon. Bidding closes next Wednesday, so make sure you check out that catalogue and register for bidding. And the Great Southern Sale will be lotted and online next week.
Yeah, mid next week, putting a bit of pressure on Wayne to get it done in time. But it's a pretty cool catalogue. I think we've 425 weanlings, some really exciting drafts. Probably a step up on past years. I mean, traditionally, we've had the Burnaway draft as not an exclusive showcase draft, but the primary showcase draft. But they have a really nice draft again, including a Pinatubo weanling that looks pretty special at a Bobardi. But they're joined by a series of big vendors: Dorrington, Gilguy, Yulong, Blue Gum, Rosemont. It's going to be a very appealing catalogue for people to go through who are in the market for weanlings, and that sale has been a good sale to a lot of people for a long time, and gives everybody an excuse to pull out the winter warmers and enjoy the different weather that we get at Oaklands in June.
Well, that's in June, and you can check the catalogue out. That will be online next week on inglis.com.au. After that, Sebastian has assured us we can all put our feet up for the whole rest of the year, and we'll see you all again at the Inglis Ready to Race sale. But before that, we'll see you at Great Southern.